Welcome to the Elite Life Podcast with your hosts, Trisha and Kylee. Here, we guide you on a journey of personal and professional transformation, revealing the secrets to success. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, join us as we unlock the doors to the elite world of growth, grit, and grace. So, let's dive in.
All right, friends, welcome back to another episode of the Elite Life Podcast. We are so glad you're here. Can you tell we've been here for a while? Trisha's making faces.
My face. It's just my face.
It's like, it's my face. Today we are diving into a really important subject. I feel like we say that about everything we talk about.
Everything is very important.
Everything we say is important. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about something super exciting, something really important, something absolutely wonderful to help you stay ahead of the game. Tell them what it is, Trisha. I'm trying to build this momentum here.
Hi, I'm Trisha, and that's Kylee, and welcome to the podcast. We're not starting over. We're going to be talking about adapting to changes in the trends of real estate.
Absolutely. Now, this is something that is just the name of the game for real estate agents. I feel like.
Yeah, real estate is always changing and evolving, literally daily. Like what was true last month is no longer true this month. What was true last year is no longer true this year. It's one thing I love about real estate is we're always learning something new.
Yep.
Things are always it's
always
awesome.
something. It's always something.
There's always something.
There's always something. And so the good news is, adapting to these changes, it doesn't have to be difficult. No. Today, we're sharing practical strategies, you guys. Practical strategies on how you can stay ahead of the curve. So from embracing virtual tools to, staying on top of social media marketing. God.
Yeah. The algorithms are always changing.
The beast of social media. We're going to get it all out to you today.
Yes. So first we're going to talk about embracing the virtual revolution.
Yay.
So one of the biggest shifts we've seen in real estate is the increasing reliance on virtual tools. And I'm not just talking about like basic listing photos. I mean like fully immersive virtual experiences that give buyers a real sense of the property before they even step into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will just like to pause here. Like every time we talk about technology, I think of that scene from Napoleon Dynamite where he's like, yes, I love technology. Not. Okay, we're reining it in. That is one thing I will say drives me up the wall and is super cringy is when my clients send me a house and they're like, can we go look at this? And I'm cruising through the photos and I can tell that Brandon took pictures on his cell phone. And I'm like, the fact that you guys even want to go see this is absolutely ridiculous. There have been houses that I have watched come down in price because there are 6 photos and 3 of them are of the backyard, and they all came off Lois's cell phone.
And you know that Brandon took the pictures with his cell phone because the one of the bathroom has
He's
him
in the mirror. Yeah. In his like scrubby, I just left the gym outfit. He doesn't even have like a tie and suit on. So make sure that when you are listing these properties, you are treating every single property like $1 million client. I have homes that I have sold for less than $100,000 that I have paid Dave over $100 to come in and take pictures because here's the thing, guys. You want the photos to do their job. There have been several times where the photos have been absolutely astounding, amazing, wonderful. And we get in there and this is the line I say, I'm like, yeah, well, the photographer did his job. Ha!
Yeah, and the thing is it's not just photos either. Like Dave has this awesome like thing that he has that attaches to his camera, and he does like actual tours.
Yes.
So you see this a lot on like the good realtors, like social media, their Instagrams, their Facebooks, where and I love he actually has like this other tool where it'll make songs about the house.
Stop
so
it.
He loads the video in, and then they actually make a song like this 3-bedroom brick bungalow. hello with a wide open living room and like it's like perfect. It's really cool. So like the song actually goes through the house and like takes your like listing description and makes the song.
Den where you can have your Christmas and your fam.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
And like that's what we're talking about, like, because you want to create like an emotional connection for these people so that when they go to walk in the house, like it's almost like the house doesn't actually matter because they already have decided, like, I want this house because they've watched the videos, they've looked at the photos,
they listen to the song,
and they're like, yeah, I want my family to have Christmas in this den, right? Like, I'm excited for this fireplace.
For sure. And these 3D virtual tours that go on right now are absolutely amazing. Make sure you do those. If you need photos, like, please call Dave.
Yeah, Double D Photography.
Yeah, I love it. It's absolutely amazing. He has never let me down, not even once. There has never been a time where I've gotten Dave to take pictures and my client was like, well, this is garbage. Absolutely not. No way.
They're all like, it's amazing. And now I don't want to move out of my house. And I'm like, well, you have
Dude,
to.
my $400,000 condo people actually said that. And I was like, well, you're moving. They were like, oh, we're just kidding. It was amazing. The other thing I want to implore you guys to use is drone photos. Like, especially if you have a house with a ton of property or you have a house that's like situated close to a downtown area that's super desirable. Or I had a condo that was right on Otter Lake, which connects to 2 other lakes. Dave was able to take these gorgeous photos way high up in the air, just showing that, hey, you've got a condo right here. It is accessible to all of this water. You want to make sure that you are, like Trisha said, getting them excited and helping them really envision everything that's coming with this house.
Yeah, because I also want you to remember, like, if you're in the listing agent position, you're helping the buyer's agent to get their buyers excited. Like, I'll go through photos, and if there's over 2 acres of land, I'm like, okay, where are the drone photos so I can like see the land,
right,
and get my buyers excited about it. And no, because especially like we're in Michigan, so it gets dark at like 3 p.m. right now.
Literally.
So like I take my clients there, we can't see all the land. But if you have some really great drone photos, then you know that it backs up to, like, yeah, we only have an acre, but it backs up to the woods, and then there's state land. Yeah. So like those drone photos are so crucial, not just for listing agents for their sellers, but also for the buyer's agent to get their buyers excited about it. So it is a win-win for everybody if you take the time, pay the extra couple bucks. Like, you will get paid back in dividends. Because the other thing I want you to remember as a listing agent, like, yeah, it may kind of suck to pay $150 or $175 for photos, but you're going to make that money back tenfold in your commission because you're going to sell the property for more money, and your commission is based off of how much you sell the property for.
Yeah.
So you can get yourself in a multi-offer situation as opposed to your house sitting on the market, because right now houses are sitting longer than they have in a long time. We're seeing things like 60, 90, 100 and some days because the market slowed down because interest rates went up and winter happened and holidays happened. And I notice the things that have great photos, they sell faster.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. But if it's taking a while, it may be because you don't have drone photos, or the photos you have are not great, or they're not showcasing the parts of the property. And with that, the one thing I want to say as a disclaimer to this too is, like, Dave takes 1 million pictures, and I tell people, like, if the photo doesn't do something for you to get you excited about it, don't put it in there. Like, he'll take a picture of the inside of the garage. If the inside of the garage is amazing, like it's a 10-car garage, or it has
heater and a workshop.
Yeah, if it makes me go, wow, I really want to see it, then put it in there.
But if it's a 2-car garage,
I don't include those photos.
Yeah, like a lot of times,
it's great to have them, but like, not necessary.
A lot of times, like there's pictures of like half baths or like the storage room, you know, things like that. I love that he takes 1 million photos because he gives me a ton of options, and I'm able to go through those, and I'm able to pick like the 15 to 30 that work the best for showcasing it. And here's one thing I also want to say is, I know a lot of listing agents are not built like us because they don't know any better. God bless their heart. My job is to sell this house. That is my job. The buyer's agent's job is to show them the house and protect the buyer's agent's interests, or the buyer's interest, right? Your job is to sell the house. A lot of listing agents go out and they're like, great, got the listing, put my sign in the yard, popped it on the MLS, maybe I threw it on Facebook. Your job is to sell the house. And for me, in my mind, I'm like, the quicker I sell this house, the quicker I get this money, the happier my sellers are going to be, and the sooner I can pay that mortgage payment, right? Mm-hmm. So it comes down to that. Really think about, like, what is your aim? Because I know a lot of listing agents are like, they aim to get the listing. Yeah, that's not the hard part. Yeah. That's not the important part, okay? The important part is getting a buyer who's going to come in, pay something that your sellers are going to be happy to take, and getting them to the closing table. Your job is to sell the house. Don't be lazy.
Also, you don't get an award for, like, having the most photos. If I have to click through 97 photos.
Oh, God.
No, I don't need 16 angles of the same freaking kitchen.
No, dude.
I don't need 16 angles of the same little bedroom that's all painted white anyways. Dude, come on. Nope, too much.
Okay.
Not even getting to the end.
So the last piece of this that I want to talk about is virtual tours, like live virtual tours.
Oh, yeah.
So you can really hype people up. So, for example, for those of you who are listening who may not know, when you post something on the MLS as coming soon, what a lot of agents like to do, what I like to do, is I'll post it as coming soon. I've got the photos up there, but I'm not opening showings for a couple of days. So maybe I posted as coming soon on Monday, but I'm not opening showings until Thursday. So on Wednesday, so for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, I am hyping up, hey, join me live 6 p.m., join me live 4 p.m., join me live, so that people know, hey, she's going to go live inside this house and she's going to do a virtual tour. I'm going to get a sneak peek. You can use that as an opportunity to really, really ramp up the interest in the house, especially if it's got like some really cool, unique features or something like that. Use the tools that we have. Work smarter, not harder, people. Like, use Zoom, you can use Facebook, you can do Instagram. There are so many different ways that you can get people involved without like actually getting people through the house yet.
Yeah, you can do, and I would use all of the platforms. Like, you can do a video on TikTok with the voiceover, like, join me as we virtually tour 123 Apple Street. And then you can go live on your Facebook and your Instagram page and stories to be able to walk them through for that live tour. I really love those options. And that brings us right into mastering social media marketing.
Okay. So I don't know if you've seen the girl. She's the cute little blonde girl who like wears black and like she's got the little microphone.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen her?
The
She's
emo
my
girl.
favorite. Yeah, she's like this garage can house more cars than you have friends. If you buy this house with all these windows, when you die, someone will see you. Like, and then
it's true though.
I thought that was so amazing. Like, what a unique branding opportunity. Mm-hmm. Super genius. And then there was this other lady. She plays hide and seek in the house. She's like, have you seen her? And she's like, so like the camera will be like on the living room area, and then she'll be like, come in with me and guess where I'm hiding in the house. And then you'll hear her, like, it'll be the camera, and she'll be like, am I behind the curtain? And then she'll pop up and be like, nope, I'm behind this beautiful, like, blah, 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 whatever it is. So get creative.
Yeah.
And if you're not a creative person, number one, ask ChatGPT for some ideas. Number two, get on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and look at what other people are doing. See how many views they get. Success leaves clues. Don't reinvent the wheel. Okay?
I mean, and the fact that both of us know both of those realtors, and like, I guarantee, like, there's a guy, he's a realtor in Texas. I don't do real estate in Texas. I watch all his videos. He's like, here's a giant master bedroom. Your wife still ain't gonna bang you in it, but you got more room for activities. And
oh my God.
His stuff is so funny. Or he'll be like the backyard, because they don't have like grass in a lot of Texas. It'll be like, the backyard has a lot of rocks. And then he'll go into like a song like, we want to rock. And then like, it's just like, oh my goodness. But everybody watches
this time of
videos.
year, we could be like, come into this house in Michigan because it's cold as hell outside, and this house will keep you nice and warm.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, if we both know these realtors and they're not even realtors in our area, like, obviously they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
And if I want to refer business to Texas, I'm totally taking that opportunity to meet that guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's hilarious.
100%. So make sure that you are watching these trends. Get on these platforms. Fool around with them.
Have a good time.
But the thing is, there's so much noise on these platforms. You have to set yourself apart, just like we were talking about, you know? Oh, sorry. I had a moment there. It's all about your strategy. It's all about your strategy.
Maybe I should start putting on my up costume that I made Andy put on at Fall Fest. It's like a house with like a balloon hat, and I'm just gonna wear that in all of my listing videos. So like my whole Instagram's just gonna be me with the little thing in my up costume. I'm a house selling houses.
I'm a house selling houses. Trisha the house selling houses.
Yep, I'm here for it.
That's my favorite. I love it so much.
So what we're saying is have a content strategy, right?
Yeah,
have a content strategy and create content that educates, entertains, informs. Don't just post your listing. Offer some valuable information like market insights, neighborhood highlights, even personal stories that resonate with your audience. Like people connect with stories, so make sure you're telling yours. Like I did that Facebook Live about agents using graphs and data. And actually one of our agents this morning messaged me and she's like, I seen your Facebook Live on using graphs and data. Where do I find the graphs and data? And I'm like, perfect. I'm so glad you asked. Like right here. So it's like she hasn't been through stars in, I don't know, she's been with us forever, probably before I even did stars. So that's probably why she didn't know about it. But it's like by doing those Facebook Lives and those Instagram Lives, like not only are you getting to the clients, you're getting to other people in the industry, right? And you have a strategy for your content that shows value.
Yeah, shameless plug here. My Stars Academy has a social media empire course for just $99, and I'll make you a deal. If you leave a comment on this episode, I will give you a 50% off coupon.
Dang.
50% off.
So you're saying they can learn how to totally crush their social media game for like
$49. Absolutely. Wow. So in Social Media Empire, just really quick, we give you a crash course on how to assess, plan, strategize, and beef up your social media game to improve your conversion and expand your reach.
Yeah, I get probably between 4 and 6 million in sales. And remember, we're in Michigan, so our sales prices are significantly lower than East and West Coast prices. And I still get that much off of just my social media, just posting on there, not paid ads, just what I learned and what we teach in Social Media Empire.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is like when you put together your content calendar and you're like, here's my themes and here's what I'm doing, and you're batch creating this content. The one thing I want you to think about is like, where do you want to work, right? So like Riley wants to do Royal Oak. So in Riley's post, she's going to be talking about her favorite restaurants in Royal Oak, all of the amazing schools in Royal Oak, all the cool things to do in Royal Oak, right? I like Waterford, White Lake, Pontiac, like that whole area. So I'm talking about Mexico, Lindo.
I went there the other day.
You did?
Yeah, me and Dave, I dropped off the Waterford rent at our Waterford office.
Oh, I'm glad you paid the rent on time.
And I was like, hey, I'm
she
never
learned
over
about
here.
giving me the check. So make sure that when you are thinking about the content that you are going to be posting, you're not just talking about the listings you have and showcasing the areas that those listings are in. You're wanting to target the niche areas that you really, really want all of your work to come from.
Yeah, we share so many good tips and tricks to work smarter, not harder. And if you follow them, then you can be like me and get paid for your social media, which is always exciting when I get a little PayPal has sent you money from the Meta. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Like, I'm just doing what we all do every single day and I get dollars for it.
Yeah, when that started happening for me, I was like,
you're like, hello, new stream of income.
Loving it. Okay, so it doesn't have to end with organic posts. Like Trisha just mentioned, paid advertising. It's definitely something to explore and invest in if you can fit that into your budget. Social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, they offer really incredible targeting options that let you reach specific demographics, people who are actively looking, people in specific age groups, areas, things like that. Sometimes you have to get a little creative. So I would say if you are thinking of doing Facebook ads or Instagram ads and you're planning on paying for it, I would definitely encourage you to do some research on YouTube, really get an idea of understanding of how to set these up. Because I will tell you, when Mr. Futrell was walking me through how all of that worked, I was like, oh my God, I need a martini and a cigarette. Can someone else just, it was one of those ones like, does Kylee need to be doing this? No, she doesn't. It is definitely a labyrinth and there is a lot of strategery that goes into it. And with us being in real estate, there are a lot of regulations. So you have to watch your verbiage. You have to watch your targeting. So make sure if you are going to be doing the Facebook and Instagram ads yourself, you are doing the research to make sure that all your money's not being flushed down the drain.
Yeah, for sure. But you don't have to pay a lot and it can pay off in dividends. I think that Dave right now, I think he's putting in like $30 a month into Facebook advertising for his photography business. And he books at least like one wedding off of $30. Like, you're getting thousands of dollars to photograph a wedding and he's paying $30 a month for the advertising.
That's awesome.
So you can get a lot for a little in there and you can build organically and like couple it with some small paid advertising.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like raise it as you go, right? Like as you get bigger, reinvest. As you get bigger, reinvest.
The other thing is like A/B tests. So for example, if you like I was just saying, there was a reel that I posted and in less than 24 hours, it got 1,000 views. And so I was telling Trisha, one of my goals within the next 7 days is to take a look at that. And I'm going to A/B test. Was it the actual reel that got people looking, or was it the verbiage that was with the post? So you want to make sure that like once you're posting your content, you want to make sure that you look at it, see what's working and duplicate that. Or if something's working really well, you figure out what it is. Was it the hashtags? Was it the time of day that it posted? You want to make sure that you're paying attention to all of that. And we talk about all of that in Social Media Empire.
Yeah, just get Social Media Empire. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is another like super great tool. If you're focused on growing your professional network. It's a paid service, but it helps you connect with key decision makers and potential clients who might not be on your radar yet. So this could work really good for like database exchange too. So you could, as a realtor, be linking up with people who own concrete business, people who own roofing business, people who own HVAC companies, other real estate brokerage owners in other states. So like I had a brokerage in Denver reach out to me and be like, hey, will you send us any business you get in Denver and we'll send you any business we get in Michigan. So that's called a database exchange, and you're able to build your business off of exchanging databases with other professionals, and you would do that on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that was one thing I'm getting ready to implement is like once a week I'm posting like a vendor spotlight. Yeah. So not only will that have like my hashtags, it'll be on mine, but it's going to go on Greg's when I highlight him. It's going to go on DB Industrial when I highlight them. It's going to go on Jacob's when I highlight him. So make sure that you are connecting with other vendors and contractors and other people in and out of your community to make sure that you're getting the reach that you need to get. It's nice.
Yeah, so don't just post and pray. Don't just be randomly. I always say to create before you consume. Create and push out your content, and then if you want to consume some, you can. But don't allow yourself to consume social media content until you've created something that's going to be a benefit to you and your business.
I love it. So let's move on to creating a personalized client experience. So it's easy to fall into the trap of like relying too heavily on automation. But here's the thing. Personalized client experiences and interactions are still what really set you apart. I say all the time, you could throw a rock and hit a realtor, but not all agents are created equal. And so people want to feel like they're being heard and understood and not just like processed through an automated system, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we do this at Elite Realty with our buyer consultation and using our intake sheets. So again, like shameless plug to My Stars Academy. I actually am on My Stars Academy and I do my full buyer's consultation, which is a buyer's education session. And I will tell you 100% of my clients, every single one I sit down and do a buyer's education session with, whether they have bought 100 houses or 0 houses, when we leave that session, whether it's on Zoom or in person, they're like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. That was amazing. And I've done it with loan processors, with people who used to do realtors. They're like, wow, like this
and
is wild.
It gives you an added layer of value.
Oh, they love it because then I can revisit it throughout the deal. I'm like, we're sitting there at an inspection going bad and I'll go, hey, Joe, remember when we were in the buyer's education session and I told you that most inspections in the state of Michigan, you're going to have a bad roof because of the weather and we might have some water intrusion because we have snow and rain and water and snow
mold
and
in
rain
the
and
attic.
water. Mold in the attic is always, we can do some mold remediation for a few $100. Like these are not deal breakers. These are things we see really often, so it's nothing to be scared of. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, let's just handle it.
Absolutely. So when you are creating this experience, you're aiming for a couple things. You want to educate your buyers and set their expectations to make sure that if things do get a little bit hairy, like Trisha just said, it's not, everything is not on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two, it's an opportunity for you to showcase your expertise in the area, and get some questions from them and really be able to make them feel comfortable and confident with how you guys are pressing forward. And that's something I say a lot, is because I feel like, especially in sales, especially in real estate, you know, a lot of people have this misconception that we're all like high pressure, now. Like, I tell people, I'm like, listen, my job is to give you all the information and walk you through everything so that you can make the best decision for you. You know, I want to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident as we move through this process. And you have to guide your people through it, right? And so by creating a personalized experience for them is really the very best way to make them feel loved, make them feel valued, and give them, because really that's what it is. You are not just selling a house. You're not just selling earthworms. You are selling an experience. People want to have a great experience because they can buy a house from anybody. They can buy earthworms from Walmart, okay? You want to make sure that they had such a great experience from you that they don't really care about anything else, and they basically refer you to everyone that they know.
Absolutely. And one of the ways I like to do that as a realtor is video texts and making sure I'm actually calling. We had that training with Rachel Blue the other day, and she said it blew my mind. 200 hours of interaction it takes to make a friend. So if you're wondering why your clients aren't inviting you to their housewarming party or their kids' birthday parties, it's because you left everything on automation and you just ran through the deal and acted transactionally. If you're taking the time to really interact with them on a personal level, to take note of their favorite pets or their favorite board games, like, that's going to make the difference. That's going to make the Elite Realty experience. And that's what's going to set you apart and provide value.
Absolutely. 100%. So the bottom line is, and don't forget, personalized updates, right? So you don't just want, because one thing I've noticed is when you are working with a buyer, for example, usually their lender, as they are going through the lending process, they are going to get a automated email when they pass this point, and it's going to update everyone. And it just says, hi, and then the system puts in Brenda's name. You want to make sure that you are giving them email, text, and phone updates that are personalized to what they are experiencing and what they are going through at the time.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, just stay agile and adaptable. The market is constantly changing. The industry is constantly changing, and we have to be continuously learning, attend workshops, webinars, industry conferences, get into My Stars Academy, listen to the Elite Life podcast. You're already halfway there. You're doing a great job. Don't forget about networking. Stay connected. Come chat with us. Let's keep thriving in 2025.
Let's thrive in 2025. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I feel like we had a really great conversation today. Please sub the show and share with a friend, and come back next week because we drop fresh content every Thursday here on The Elite Life.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us today on the Elite Life Podcast with Trish and Kylee. Don't forget to share this episode with a friend so we can keep delivering you more fantastic insights on grit, grace, and growth. Stay connected with us on Instagram and Facebook, where we'll keep the ideas flowing to help you build a life you love and leave a legacy you can be proud of. Until next time.